They say they are praying for Jordan's stability and for its people to be given the right to choose their governments. The Muslim Brotherhood is Jordan's largest opposition group and it's popular. But its members and supporters are boycotting the upcoming election because the government refuses to change an electoral law they say is unconstitutional.
We think these elections neither reflect the will of the people, nor do they produce the parliamentarians, policies or the government the people want. That's why we think the upcoming election is absurd and futile.
People here are wondering why the government insists on holding elections without trying to placate a large sector of the electorate that's boycotting. For Dima Tahboub, a senior leader in the Islamic Action Front Party's Shura Council, the government is simply not interested in reform.
Their plan of the reform wasn't genuine in the first place. What all they did, be they constitutional reforms, any kind of reforms, were only cosmetic. Nothing really materialized on ground. So they're trying to deceive the people because this coming parliament is going to be like the other parliaments.
But the Muslim Brotherhood says it will do nothing more than carry on with peaceful protests demanding political reforms. Sources inside the movement told Al Jazeera the conflict in Syria has inhibited Jordanian protesters with fears the country could descend into unrest.
As far as the opposition is concerned, elections should not be held until a consensus is reached on a new election law. That's why the Muslim Brotherhood called for postponing the election, but the government didn't listen.
The government, for its part, believes the upcoming election will be a success.
It's the people's right to decide whether they want to go to the polls, but we think voter turnout will be within the same rates as in previous elections.
Turmoil in neighboring Syria has somewhat slowed Jordan's protest movement. As much as people here are angry at the government for ignoring their demands, they're not willing to take a risk that could push the country into an uncertain direction. Nisreen, Shamayleh, Al Jazeera, Amman.